Introducing profitability expert Jamie Klein, author of the critically reviewed new book, Lead Domination. And now, here's Jamie Klein at his Lead Domination presentation to the Florida Luxury Marketing Council.
What I'd like to do real quickly here, also one last thing I want to mention before I start. I want to mention my tie because I've had some comments already. This is not the only tie I own. This tie was made by my wife, and she made it for the cover of my book. And as I was leaving my home in California, she said, "You better, since you're being videotaped, wear my tie." So I do have other ties, and I wanted to make that clear. The stock market is up 200 points. Thank you very much. Did you know that manufacturing is the largest in 6 months in sales? Thank you very much. And I'm hearing signs that the recession is weakening and could end by the end of the year. What do you think? Huh? Should I stop now while I'm ahead? One of the things we're going to talk about today, on a serious note, is the recession. I have been through 4 recessions. This is my 5th. And the one thing I know is a fact that what fuels a recession is volatility. What calms a recession is stability. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how we stabilize the marketplace around our luxury consumers so that they will be better at purchasing. Also, I don't know about you, but I have noticed that people's personalities seem to change during a recession. What you'll find, it has been my experience, that there are 3 types of people that you'll meet during these recessionary times. You will meet people that make things happen. You will meet people that are fearful of recessions and watch things happen. And then there are those that bury their heads in the sand and clearly don't know what's happening. It is incumbent upon us as professionals not to watch things happen, and clearly not to bury our heads in the sand and hope that things are going to happen, but to make things happen. But we have to be realistic. Today I want to share with you things that are in our control. There isn't much you can do about the stock market, not much you can do about the housing or the banking crisis, but there's a lot you can do today about generating luxury consumers to your product, and once you do that, getting them to purchase your product. And that is what I would like to share with you this evening. So we'll begin. How do we get luxury consumers spending once again? After over 35 years of sales and marketing experience, and sales and marketing means 2 things to me. Number 1, how do you generate a quality lead? And once you do that, how do you convert it to a sale? I've had the privilege of doing that for 4 seasons, St. Regis, W, luxury brands, Marriott. And through those years of doing that, there's one thing that I've found. Recently, I've consolidated my sales and marketing practices into 21 proven strategies. Your luxury product and the amenities that go along with that product and the use of that product all have lifestyle characteristics. So here's what we've done in the past that's been very successful. We've got our sales team, we've got our marketing team, we've got our leadership team. We looked at our luxury product and we said, let's write down all of the lifestyle characteristics that relate to the product, the amenities that go with the product, and the use of that product. And once they're all down, the $1,000,000 question was, who are the consumers out there that are already using these lifestyle characteristics but don't yet own our product? That was your most qualified list there. And then the second thing we did is we said, with that list, what are the consumers out there that don't own your product yet but have the biggest potential of using those lifestyle characteristics? That becomes a very qualified list of potential buyers. From there, the next thing we do is the messaging for results has to be tied to the lifestyle characteristics. So once you've done those lifestyle characteristics, now what you do is you build them into your marketing message. And then I want to share with you performance reporting. Now, 6 years ago, we invented a performance report. And I have never in my 30 years ever had a report that drove performance. I've had reports that reported back to me in performance and told me where I was at, but never have I had a report that actually itself drove performance. Tonight, I'll share with you a report that will absolutely drive performance. First of all, sales experience with salespeople. In this survey, it was very interesting to me. The consumer was saying this: when I get a sales presentation from a salesperson, it feels to me that they're more interested in making a sale and less interested in my needs for the product. Imagine that. Imagine that in today's world when salespeople are pressing a little harder. And this was a survey done in January of 2009. That must stop if we want to produce sales in this marketplace. So I'm going to give you an idea of how to do that. Here is the key. It's very simple, but very important. Before you present your product, make sure your salespeople are discovering from your clients what their incidental needs are for the product and what their essential needs are. Once they discover those, then they should present the product based on those needs. Very simple, very important. A lot of people tend to ignore it because they get into the presentation very quickly. Do that, and I promise you, you'll have better sales. Here's an idea that we use a lot. We have salespeople, when they're done with the sales presentation, write down, whether they sold the prospect or not, incidental needs they discovered and essential needs. Once a week, we bring all the salespeople together. We have each salesperson read off one chart on incidental and essential needs. You will be shocked at how good they become as a group and individually on creating that. And you remember the famous song that went, "You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile." Take time to smile. And no matter how tough it gets, no matter how close to the edge you get, just remember, nothing is impossible. I want to thank you all. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing with you. I wish you all the success in the future. If there's anything we can do as a company or I can do personally, I'd love to meet with you and do that. Thank you all. God bless you, and thanks for coming.